Good evening and welcome to the Business Suites of Brass Mill. Welcome to Know Your Purpose. My name is Dr. Stacy Venable, and tonight we have with us one of the greatest individuals I've met in a very long time. And the great thing about it, he has joined the Business Suites of Brass Mills family because again, we aren't just a business hub, but we're a family here, and he's joined our family. So I'm excited. He came on tonight because I want him to talk about the purpose that he leads within the community. But before we go there, let's do this. Let's do some housekeeping rules. The disclaimer is tonight. These are our views. Yes, these are our opinions. And these are the things that we want to bring to you, the community. We want to bring this informative information. Now, some of you may not like what you hear tonight. Take it, release it, let it go. Some of you may want to go get pen, paper. He's going to drop a lot of great nuggets about what he does and how he's accomplished those things. So let's, with no further ado, welcome James Chiles. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, let's get to it. I'm James Chiles. I'm actually from Richmond, Virginia. I think I've been in Maryland maybe about 7 to 8 years. Between Baltimore, between out here in Harford County.
Harford County, yes.
Definitely a change.
I'm sure it's a big change from where you were from. Is it a change as so far as it slowed down, picked up? I mean, what do you mean by change?
Definitely a faster pace. It's the people.
People.
Yeah, I walk to the door, I hold the door, I say thank you, I'm polite, and they just walk past you.
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe you must be dealing with the wrong people.
No. Hey, just my experience. But
that's fine. Yeah, y'all that Virginia down home down. Okay,
we definitely gonna speak. It's definitely a thank you.
But you don't stop doing that.
Oh yeah,
don't stop doing.
Try to share the love.
Yeah, don't stop doing that because when you came into Brass Mill, it was all love.
Definitely.
I can't speak for the experience you had outside of Brass Mill, but I can tell you when you came in Brass Mill, it was all love.
All love from the first second.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself, so we know you're from Richmond, Virginia.
From Richmond, Virginia. I've been here about 7 to 8 years. I got into the boxing thing being here. I fought down in Richmond, Virginia. Got up here, met some cool people that kind of put me in the right direction. Got into a gym. I plugged the gyms, Charm City Boxing down in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not there anymore. Went and did something different, but hey,
different is good.
Always
different is good. Accomplishments and achievements. Different is good.
That's right. You got to make different strides. So from there, I met a guy, Michael John. We kind of put this together.
And what is this? Because I seen you touch his shirt. I seen him touch his shirt. I'm not going to throw it out there, but I'm going to let him do it.
Definitely. It's a 501c3 down in Baltimore, Bel Air Road area. It's the Agogi Project. Every day we help kids. We feed kids. We help kids. We give them mentorship. It's a holistic group. We do it all.
Wow.
We do.
What age groups do you guys work with?
Right now I got kids I got little ones from like 7 years.
Oh my goodness! In a boxing gym.
In the boxing gym.
Amazing.
And to be honest,
look at that. Amazing.
Some of them are sharper than some of the older guys.
Wow.
And that's the fun part, is just giving back, giving kids somewhere to come to and learn. You go through your challenges.
Yes, of course.
Boxing and we also offer jiu-jitsu, but boxing and jiu-jitsu, it's just like life to me. It's some days we up because we come in and one day we kicking butt. We all having a good time, and then we come in another day and it's a little rough.
Yes, that's life though, right? That's life.
Rough. And you learn. They learn how to persevere through these things.
Wow.
And
I'm just sitting here and I'm imagining a 7-year-old running with their little book bag on, running through the door to get ready to. Now, do they physically go into the boxing? Because I'm looking at like, whoa, that's a lot.
Some of them actually, you can start competing in USA boxing at the age of 8. But I got some little 7-year-olds. As soon as I walk through the door, they got their gloves on. I'm already getting punched in the stomach. But I love it.
But you love it.
I love it.
So you have from 7 to
all the way. I think my oldest guy right now is 30. He's a professional. But we got all ages.
So what is the demographic for this area?
So they call it the Four Corners, I want to say.
The Four Corners?
Bel Air Road, across the street. So I'm not from Baltimore, so I just say Bel Air Road across the street from the golf course.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's a good way to do. That's a good way to directionally inclined. Because that's exactly where it is.
Yeah. And it's a little rough area, but I love it because it gives me a chance to get out here and feel the vibe of the people.
That's right.
I get to get out here, all the guys on the corner let's talk some sense into them.
Yes,
You
because
know,
we are literally, I don't want to use the word losing, but there's definitely something shifting in the atmosphere. And
definitely.
that was one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on tonight, because I love what you're doing within the community, and I love to
Thank
give
you.
back because you do a 9 to 5 just like every
Definitely.
ordinary person. But what struck me very hard was the schedule that you have with them.
Oh yeah,
You're there from 5 in the afternoon till 8:30 at night.
definitely.
Walk me through what your day looks like with them.
Um, so usually I get there. I'm usually getting there about 5. So some of my other coaches, they also offer a jujitsu program,
Hmm.
which they get in there, and I think that's pretty cool because that's something that I didn't grow up with.
I
Um,
don't ask me because you already know
yeah,
I
it's something
didn't
that
I
I
didn't
didn't
grow up with
grow up
none of that. I
with.
don't think I know how to street fight. I know how to get it in. That's all I
but
know.
definitely, definitely. But it's something different. It's like hand in hand, kind of on the ground.
Hmm.
They rolling, they choking each other out. I get in there sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's going down. But I think my guy Michael John he's really big into it, and he's also a teacher in the Baltimore City schools, and
And
he
Michael John, Michael John is the owner of this boxing
yes
ring, and
yes.
you are. What is your role there?
So
What is your title there, rather?
so I'm the director of boxing. So I'm
Director of boxing.
strictly boxing. I take care of the pros. I take care of the amateurs, all the competing fighters.
Oh my
We
goodness,
hit the
that's a lot.
road.
How many do you have under
So
you?
right now we got 1 pro and 3 amateurs right now that are
Yes.
now fighting their way up to get to the pros. I got one. Actually, I have a kid that I met probably about 5 years ago. I met him and I took to him,
Hmm.
and I took him in.
That is
Um,
amazing. That story really humbled my heart when you told me. I was like, you know
definitely.
what? And let me tell you something. I try. You know me. For those of you who don't know, I literally had just became James's business coach, and I go hard in the paint in the
Yeah,
beginning.
I love
I go hard, and
it.
he and a lot of people can't handle it. And he was already forewarned that he couldn't handle it, but he came anyway. But as we were talking, and you were telling me that this young man you literally took in and into your own home,
Definitely.
and,
It's
and and you are now raising him to be the man that he's becoming.
definitely.
You went one step further, not just being a community servant, but you literally stepped into a parental role
Definitely.
for a child that's not yours.
Yeah, and I don't even have my own children.
And that's what this show is about. This show is about knowing your purpose, but also in putting your purpose into other people, because we
Hmm.
all know that we were created with a purpose.
Hmm.
And was that one of your purposes from the beginning, to just get into this boxing thing? How did you get started into it? Because it seems like to me you're there now.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're all the way in now. But to be honest, it wasn't something that I looked into. I played football. Football was like my
Oh, so it
love.
wasn't on your vision
Football
board.
was everything. It wasn't on my
Oh,
vision board.
because a lot of people say, you know
Yeah.
what, I'm going to make this. I'm not knocking vision boards. Anyone out there, I'm not knocking vision boards. But early on in my shows from the beginning,
Hmm.
Jay, I explained to them that my vision board, if I go back to that vision board, I was all over the place.
That's right.
Because I told you in my office today, I wanted to be a hairdresser.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
from a hairdresser, he looked around the room. He was like, what? All these? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's where it started.
Right.
So, and his football started it for you.
Yeah, football started for me. I got injured playing football, tore my ACL, my MCL, and I like to compete. I'm
Mm-hmm.
aggressive. I like to go. We're gonna go get stuff done. And I fell into a boxing gym. Uh,
Boxing gym.
and since that day, I think I was 23 years old. I'm 34 now. And since that day, it has been my passion. And coming to Baltimore, and
Wow.
it's a different scene.
Of course.
The kids are a little different. They're a little more rough around the edges.
Okay.
And to me, that's what really did it.
That's
Like,
what. Yeah.
it just fit my bill. I'm like,
I love it. You said I was fitted for the bill.
yeah,
I
like
was fitted for the bill.
it was perfect because when I first got here, talking to the kids about the riots, I'm like, from watching it on TV and listening to these kids that actually experienced it, taking these kids home after practice and going past these abandoned homes. You live on the block and you're the only house on the block, and I'm like, we see this on TV,
But this is
once you get
true.
here, this is really how this is.
How does it
So,
impact you?
it's humbled me. It makes me, sometimes I gotta give one to God, and I sit back and like, I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in.
Yes, because you live up here in Harford County,
Definitely.
where we don't have blocks like that.
That's right.
We don't look like them.
Right, and you have those days. Like I tell people, I'm human too.
Mm-hmm.
We try to do these superhuman things, and every day we go to work, we give back to these kids, and we get up in the morning and we do it again. But sometimes I have to sit back and I had to be like, man, I'm blessed.
Yes, it finds a way of humbling you. I was a boys and girls club kid, and that's why I like to give back to them. But I wanted to take my passion further. So I went to a couple Hope houses, and I saw the difference in what I was dealing with up here in Harford County versus what I was dealing with in the city.
Right.
It's a whole different commodity. It's like it is a whole different life. And for you to live here and you work and then you take that commute Monday through Thursday.
Every day, Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction. Monday through Saturday. And then I know just over the weekend you were in Philadelphia training and doing some things there. But my purpose is to bring this type of information to other people who want to get started in what you're doing. Tell them how they can get started. And if you guys are looking for any volunteers, any help, and what else you do, because you're about to do some explosive things, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
We're going to get some things.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
But at some point, I guess I'll definitely give out my handles, my Facebook handles, my Instagram handles. But
absolutely. We're definitely going to give you those.
Yeah, definitely. But getting into it is just finding a local gym.
Find a local gym.
Find a local gym. Find somewhere that's close. Expect to come in there and you're gonna deal with some things. You know, everybody has an ego now.
Oh wow!
Everybody thinks they're the man.
Yes.
You're gonna deal with it. You're gonna deal with the kids. You got a lot of kids with no structure.
No structure. And that's when and I love the part that you brought up about the news and how the news makes it look. So what the news is showing is what's real.
Oh, it is.
It's what's going on in the inner city.
Definitely.
And you guys are that beacon of hope. Because also the kids get to do their homework there.
Definitely.
They get life coaching skills there. And
we meal prep.
They get meals there. I was going to say, I wasn't sure if they get snacks or whatever, but they get meals there.
Definitely.
You guys have a great regulated schedule.
Definitely.
And that's something that a lot of inner city children don't have.
Definitely.
They march to their own beats. And when you come in and you have something that structured.
Yes.
How does it now? The kids that are in your program did they have to adapt to that?
Trust me.
Or
it's definitely a learning experience. You come in, you know you have to get this homework done. Not only do you have to get this homework done, but there are things that we expect. So every Friday, we give kids a binder. Every Friday, I expect you to come to the gym with this binder. I expect you to have all good things written in your binder. I expect you to have all your work done. You know, so they're not even getting that in their home at times.
Yes, that is so true.
So
that is so true because a lot of kids go home, and I remember when I'm not going to tell you my age because you threw your age out there. I'm not throwing mine out there, but I remember going home where my mother was always at home. A lot of these kids go home and there's no one home, and this is not just for when they get home from school. This is for days and sometimes weeks on end. So a lot of these kids are raising themselves. So when they come to you guys and you guys input that structure on them, well, how's the atmosphere? Because I know somebody that's not structured that's got to go into that. How is the atmosphere? And how do you guys deal with that?
So me and my man Mike, we always say it's time to have that hard conversation, and it happens. A lot of adults don't want to sit down and have the hard conversation, right?
So you better say that thing again.
So we sit down and we have these heart to hearts, and trust me, we do it. I think we just did one last week when we had a kid that don't want to do right in class. You want to be a class clown.
Oh, okay. So because we need y'all,
right? Not only do you get a little punishment when we get to the gym with doing some burpees or something like that, but we also sit you down and we explain why. You know what I'm saying? And then not only do we explain why, but we also tell you, how does it make us feel?
Exactly.
How do you feel?
Exactly.
You know, because I feel like a lot of times we don't care about how these kids feel. We just tell them to do something. We expect them to do it. And you gotta dig a little deeper now.
You have to, we talk about changing mindsets. A lot of people think that it's just in the adulthood that we have to do that. But no. in order for them to come into this gym, you have to coach them into changing their mindset
Definitely.
about, because coming from school into here, because now they fighting, hitting, punching, kicking.
No
they just not educating at them schools. They're learning a whole lot.
Definitely.
So for them to come into that gym and have to change their mindset, that and you instill that in them, it's noble. It's noble. It's I'm telling you, it's very noble. And that's why I love this show, Knowing Your Purpose. You know, I usually have small entrepreneurs on, and you are stepping into that. And I'm excited about, I'm not going to drop all your nuggets out here, but I'm excited. I'm excited to say we have work to do, but he's walking in, he's getting ready to step into his own entity of doing these great things. His give back to the community is so large. His heart is larger. And this is what we need.
Definitely.
This is what we need. And that's why I said I love doing this Know Your Purpose show, because you knew your purpose. And instilled in knowing your purpose, where do you think you're going to be at in 5 years? Because I'm hoping that I'm still going to be your business coach and we're still going to fly, because I want to be a part of what you. But I feel great. I sense great things coming.
Thank you.
So in 5 years, where do you think you'll be?
So in 5 years, always a good question, because they say people change every 5 years.
They do, and that's why I said 5 years, and we're going to stop it.
So in 5 years, well, outside of the boxing, I want to start building business relationships.
That is awesome.
You know,
and that's where I come in.
Definitely, because there's always more to it. You know, we do the nonprofit thing, and a nonprofit thing isn't for profit. I don't pay my bills on a nonprofit.
That's right. That's right.
So throughout it, maybe I'll get out. Maybe I'll teach boxing to the community.
That would be amazing.
Maybe we do a little fitness, or maybe we get a group.
Now, James, now I told you, you came up in here a couple of days ago, and I was like, listen, I love my personal trainer, but James was trying to tell me he's going to show me something different. I said, James, I'm ready to put the gloves on. He was like, wait a minute, but we got to do other things before you put the gloves on.
That's right.
See, I was just I was ready to gear up. I'm like, I'm ready. I got some, I had a rough week, Jay. Yeah. I'm ready to take my aggression out. He said, whoa, Doc.
Slow it down.
Slow it down a little bit. There's rules to this thing. Right. There's levels to this thing.
Right. We're going to learn it from the ground up.
That's right. He said he's going to take us from the ground up. One of the things that I wanted to inspire is I wanted Jay to try to put together something here for the people here at Brass Mill. Maybe be a Saturday morning training in the parking lot. So we can give back to the community. I've been looking for someone to do that. I'm throwing them out there on air. So that way I'll have a large audience to say, yes, we want to come and do that. So be looking for that. That's something that, you know, I want to give people, I mean, people are just coming out from the COVID, right?
That's right.
But I don't always, because I'm trying to tell you, not everyone is in a gym.
That's right.
But they can come to a parking lot while you're there teaching. I think teaching is going to be one of your greatest inspirations. It's already a part of who you are. I think that's something, your give back is tremendous. So I think within teaching it'd be great. Now I can tell you now, Jay, now I'm getting a little old now, buddy. I don't know if I'm going to be at everyone, but I'm definitely going to love and support. I'm definitely going to love and support.
One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold you accountable like you hold me accountable.
You know, and come on now. You come on now. Accountability is a part of being successful.
That's right.
Accountability is one of those things that keep me grounded, but it keeps me thriving as well. A couple of things that we want to throw out there to our audience tonight is Jay has came alongside and said that he wanted that structure in his life. He's ready. He's ready to move forward. He's ready to walk into the entrepreneurship world with us, and we're glad to have him here. But within walking in that, not only just walking into business, you also had to come in and be focused and be ready and be ready to change your mindset. Let's talk about those egos.
Definitely. I think as a man, we all come in with a little ego, right?
We do. Men and women. Men and women. Yes. Let me know. You know when you walk into my office, what you think? Yeah, that's a whole lot of ego sitting over there. So yeah. But we have to learn how to conform into what our dream is, because no one's gonna love your baby that you're about to birth more than you.
That's right.
And you're about to do something really explosive. You've already done something explosive, because a lot of what you do, you have hand done at your gym. And now to take it to the next level, to work on what you have for our people is going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. And I'm excited to know that you're about to do some great things.
Definitely. And overall, it's a learning experience. And the one thing that I had to learn about is you got to be a little bit selfish sometimes.
Someone on my show told me that you had to be greedy, and I'm looking at him like, what? You have to eat greedy. And I was like, what in the world is that about? Like, eat greedy. I'm looking at Romans times where they eat. Now he was like, no, you have to be hungry. You have to be hungry for what you want, because everybody gets hungry. That's a proven fact. Everybody gets hungry, but a lot of people don't want to get greedy with their hunger. I'm out here and I'm greedy with it. And I expect from all my clients to get out there and be greedy with it and be hungry. But with your 5-year goal, one of the things you said was, going more into business, going more into all these entities. What else do you have for us in 5 years?
Let's see. I always think boxing because it's such a big part of my life. But there's so many businesses in boxing that I may want to tap into. Maybe managing a couple fighters, maybe promoting a couple fighters. I feel like my gift is meeting people, putting a smile on and let's get some business.
Let's get some business done all in one. All in one, right? All in one.
Exactly. So outside of maybe the personal training thing, that may be my go-to. But there's so many things that I just want to learn about because I'm still a young man. I'm learning a lot.
You have when they say it's so many levels to this.
Definitely.
You can go so many places and inspire so many other people. I think sometimes you learn as you go, and I think that this gives you the maturity to get out there. But one thing I'll tell you is never stop that purpose.
That's right.
Because I'll tell you what, revamping, rebuilding takes too much time and it costs too much. When I say cost, I'm not only talking about the financial wealth of it all. I'm talking about the mental, the emotional. When you have something in front of you and you have to tear it all apart, Jay, and rebuild it, that takes time. So the first thing that I tell everybody, like I told you, let's do this thing right the first time.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes you can come in with your own vision on how things go. But you have to take some type of constructive criticism from someone.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I told you the other day, I've never seen a millionaire or billionaire do it by themselves.
Exactly, right.
So if you think you're in that mindset to where you can do it by yourself, I guarantee you, and I challenge you to say that you're not going to win. And maybe you're a boxer, right? You train these boys. Maybe you just might win one or two, but you want to win it all, right?
That's right.
You want to win. You want to stay that competing competitor to where you win it all.
That's right.
Because after a while, you're going to retire, but you want to retire with accolades.
That's right.
So think about that when you're doing your business. You want to retire, but you want to retire with that legacy that since you're young, you've built something for your upcoming children and their children and so forth, like our grandparents have done.
That's right.
And then our people we haven't done too good of a job with passing on these legacies and passing on this financial wealth. So in that, where do you see that at, your financial wealth and growth and your legacy?
So that's something that I'm definitely learning every day. Because like you say, most Black families, we don't have financial wealth.
No.
A lot of families we know, go get a job, work till you're 65, retire. Which that job to me just means just over broke. It just gets you
I like that. Let's drop that nugget. Just over broke. I like that one.
So,
I like that one.
You pay your bills this week, and we wait on that next check. So maybe we can pay our bills and have a good time on the next check, right?
Right.
And it's just a cycle.
It is a cycle.
It's a cycle. So
I've never liked that cycle.
No, me neither.
I always had to have something in between.
That's right.
In between, in the meantime,
right.
We talked about that on one of our shows, how if you're just going to your job and you're just waiting for retirement's not enough to live off anymore.
Definitely these days.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is you need 5 sources to be successful as far as in business. You need 5 different incomes, 5 different entities. So you talked about some of those things: personal training, coaching, what was that? Managing, promoting. So all these things are the 5 necessary things you need in order to be successful.
That's right.
So and not only your 9 to 5, because you have a strong 9 to 5.
Yes,
so and I know at the end of the day, we all get tired. But if we know our purpose, that purpose will push us to that last piece till we make it to our bed and say, you know what, job well done. Because that's all we're looking for, is that pat on the shoulder. Job well done, my faithful servant. That's all we're waiting for. But we need more people like you to get involved.
Definitely.
To get involved. So I want you to take some time and tell us how we can get involved with your nonprofit organization that you're working with now, because pretty soon one day you'll have your own, but what you're working with now, because I understand you guys need sponsors, you guys need volunteers.
Yes,
I actually am one of the people who are gonna come down and
come on and
we're gonna come. I'm gonna come and talk to the kids. I'm gonna put
kids.
some gloves on. And listen, I'm gonna have my media team follow me down there because I'm gonna put some gloves on. I'm gonna get in the ring now, James. You gotta give me one of them little. Don't give me nobody that's feisty, because James, don't give me nobody that's feisty now.
Hold on, you a little feisty.
I know, but listen, I gotta match energy. Is that what you're trying to say? Jay said, well, wait a minute, you feisty, so we're gonna match your energy, Doc. We're gonna match your energy. So tell us how we can get in touch with you. Let's drop some of your social media.
Definitely.
Also let us know how we can send any type of donation to you, sponsorship to you. Let us know how we can do that.
So we have the Gogi Project. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. Put in the Gogi Project. It'll pull it right up. It's no other Gogi Project out there. So
you want to spell that for him, because you're saying it really loud.
Yes, ma'am. And it's probably backwards on the camera, huh? Let's see. AGOGE Project, PROJECT. Please find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram. You can also find me at James A. Chiles on Facebook. I think my name is James A. Chiles on my Instagram too. Either way, if you put in a Gogi, I'm gonna pop up. But through those two entities, we do a lot of business, because a lot of things now is social media related.
Social media related is everything,
social media related, which is still something I'm getting used to, because I like to shake hands and kiss babies, as we say. I like to make sure I get out there. And
I'm not a big fan of it, but my son is teaching me that it's important to the realm of business. Right. So I also, James, had to get used to that. So I'm still working. I'm still working. So he can be reached on his Facebook. He can be reached on his Instagram. He can be also reached under a Gogi project. And they do take all forms of donations.
Yes, I think we got a Cash App. We got it all. And we do like memberships where we sponsor the kids. I think it's usually about $60 a month. And what that does is it gives a kid a home.
Wow.
It pays for that kid to come, for a family that maybe can't afford to have that kid in our program. It pays for that kid to come in here, get their stuff done, get their work done. They get Spanish class on Saturday, so we offer so many more things. Plus the jiu-jitsu, plus the boxing, plus the dinner before you go home. We got local churches that are actually giving us food to give to the kids. They cook for us every day. We feed the kids before they leave.
Some kids, this is the last meal that they're going to get before they can make it to school.
Exactly.
Because some kids don't have a meal there, but you guys make sure all of them have a meal. How many kids do you guys have there?
So right now, I think we're sitting on about 15 to 16 kids.
Wow, that is amazing.
We're still working on the new building. We're not too. I think we're about 3 or 4 weeks out, waiting on BGE.
We're always waiting on somebody in this realm, but people see that's behind the scenes stuff that people don't know about. People don't know that you're waiting on a permit, or people don't know that you're waiting on BG&E.
That's right.
People don't know those things. They want the quick, fast, and a hurry.
Right.
So your new building is going to be still in the same area.
Yep. So the new building will still be in the same area. It's just a little bigger. We got more space. We really went in on this building. We put AstroTurf in, new jiu-jitsu mats. Everything in the gym is new. We got laptops for the kids, so when they come in, it's gonna be beautiful.
I can't listen. Now that we're together and we're bonded, I'm gonna be there. I want to see the new gym.
Definitely.
But again, I'm on my way down. I'm gonna have my team follow me, so that way we can air this thing, viewers. So I'm telling you, he's gonna hold me to it. He said accountability is one of his big words, and consistency along with accountability equals an antidote of great.
That's right.
That's what that equals up. In the chem lab, we're going to mix that all up, and we're going to push that into greatness. James, it has been wonderful having you here.
So
I know that you're getting ready to go on to Saquon's show. I think on my son's show, I think y'all going to kick it a little harder.
We're going to cut up a little bit.
They're going to cut up a little bit more. He read tape line with me over here today. But again, it's been a pleasure. From day one meeting you, and I hope that we can continue to grow. I see great things on the horizon.
I appreciate that.
Your purpose was fit exactly until what this show means and why I want to bring informative information to the community. We would love to have something like this in Harford County. They swear that, we are not improv. We are.
Yeah.
We are. There's always a child that needs
That's right.
the discipline that you're giving.
That's right.
There's always an adult that needs the discipline that you're giving. Even myself, when it comes to the physical aspect of me making sure I'm getting in there and doing what I'm doing.
We're going to get you in shape now.
Now, I ain't say I wasn't in shape.
Oh,
I ain't say I wasn't in shape, Jay.
Now we already back to the feistiness.
Look, I never
see.
Jaden said he gonna get me in shape. I never told Jay that I wasn't in shape.
Y'all
now.
see how feisty she is now.
But when y'all watch when I get in the ring with Jade, and we gonna settle all our differences, and we gonna come back kumbaya. I'm still gonna be his business coach. He's still gonna be my client at the end of the day, and there's nothing he's gonna do about it. Nothing I'm gonna do about it.
Yes, man.
But we're gonna be great together.
We're gonna still be great.
That's all that matters. Through the line of, we had to do a couple of that yell back and forth without the slap.
Yeah.
Without the slap.
Yeah.
Now we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I had to show him that I was ready for this type of behavior. I'm ready for it because I think he just called me out and said I wasn't in shape. So we're gonna follow this journey. Follow Stacy and James's journey into this boxing and fitness realm.
Yes.
I'm gonna put some gloves on, Jay.
We're gonna see about it.
Don't you break my nails. I don't break nails.
Oh,
I don't be doing all that. I don't do all that. But tonight we had a great time here with James Chiles. If you're looking for him, again, he said he's on Facebook, Instagram. The gym that he's working with is on Facebook, Instagram. You can look them up. Do they have a webpage?
Yes, under the Gogi Project. I want to say it's the gogiproject.com. I want to say.
So look for them on their webpage. You can also send any commentation that you would like to here to the Business Suites of Brass Mill. Jay is with us. So we will get that information over to Jay, and Jay can take it from there. So if you're watching and you can't find the gym or you can't find James, please ship it over here to the Business Suites of Brass Mill, and we see Jay about twice a week, and we can get a hold of him anytime we need to. So if you have any type of information that you want to share with him, or even any type of knowledge that you may have, but again, we really would like for you to step in and sponsor one of the children that really, really need it. I'm going to step in. Business Suites of Brass Mill would like to step in and sponsor a child. We're going live, letting people know that we're going to do that. We're going to take care of that today with James. We want to make sure that even though it's not in our backyard, we still love him. We still sure that you're taking that time out and giving back to the youth, because the youth, they are our future.
That's right.
And without them, we don't want this dying breed to just do that. Okay. So again, tonight we want to thank James for coming out.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Watch him on Saquon's show, because I think they're gonna get a little raw when they're unapologetic.
We're gonna cut up a little bit.
But tonight we just wanted to bring you informative information. We thank you so much for watching. Again, you want to leave any more of your contact information one more time?
Yes. Actually, I want to say I think my handle on Instagram is childplay_fitness.
Gotcha.
That's my direct line. You hit me right there. I'll see it. It go right to the phone, and we'll do some business. Or we'll figure out how to get on your schedule and get your life going. And as far as your fitness world, and
my fitness world is gonna be just okay, James. I'm letting
all she want to do is put some gloves on.
I'm ready to put the gloves on, James.
I want to break her nails, though.
I'm ready to put some gloves on.
Somebody tell me how that's gonna work.
Listen, they're going to tell you how it's going to work, because they're going to be following us, and they're going to stay tuned. Stay tuned to James and Stacy's adventure into this boxing and fitness world. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you go on and watch us on YouTube, Instagram, Know Your Purpose page. We're also on Apple, Spotify, my personal page, and also James will be sharing this to his personal page. If you want to leave comments, please leave them on the Know Your Purpose page, so he and I both can answer back to your questions, and they can be answered in a relatively quick but stable manner. 24 hours. You gotta give us 24 hours. That's right. You gotta give us 24 hours. Again, we're gonna work it. Okay. Again, thank you so much for watching tonight.